What up, everybody? Late Night Live, episode 73. I think we have some stuff to talk about this week. We should have a full crew here. I want to say hi to the chat real quick. Dark Empire, Adam, what's going on, bro? I'm here for the killer of killers. All right. Some guys named 8-Bit Gaming Legend and Ace of Jacks Media Grounds. Never heard of them. Thor KC, what's going on, man? Happy Switch 2 weekend. Well, very happy Switch 2 weekend to you as well. Everyone else, let's see. Ace of Jacks Media Grounds, Chris.
Hey.
How's your week?
It's been a wild one.
J-Rod, what's going on, man?
Went to
playing games.
I actually have just been going back and checking out some of the older Switch games on the Switch 2 to see how they run. Earlier in the week, I got busy with work, so I didn't have a chance to really play anything. And then we went to the launch at Best Buy for the Switch to pick up the pre-order, and that was a cluster. Because their systems went down at 9:30, and so they couldn't sell anything to anybody.
Oh boy.
And the line was around the building, and they're like, well, we're only supposed to be up until 11. But then they came out and said, no, we're going to stay up until we get everybody the pre-orders.
I thought you did the Walmart pre-order.
I got mine through Walmart. My brother got his through Best Buy.
Ouch. I'm sorry, David. Hey, at least you got one though, right? He got one? He got one, and you got one.
Yep. So, get that. But that's how my week's been so far.
Dathan, 8-Bit Gaming Legend, what's going on, sir?
Hello, class. Hope everyone had a good week and has a good upcoming weekend. So yeah, my week. It's been a week. I broke down and I got a Switch 2 GameCube controller. Just letting you know.
You got the GameCube controller, but no Switch.
Yes.
Does it work with the original Switch? We don't know yet.
I haven't opened it yet.
It probably does.
I opened it probably about an hour ago before it came on. I finished Doom this week. I finished it on Monday, I think it was. Back into yes, thank you. Back into Assassin's Creed. I watched Ballerina yesterday morning. And what else have I done? That's pretty much it.
How was Ballerina?
I liked it. I thought it was fantastic. It was well done.
Does Keanu Reeves have a long part in it, or is it just like a cameo at the end?
No, he does have a part in it. It's kind of like a not really a prequel, but kind of like a side, like a parallel story, I guess, a little bit. Mm-hmm. That comment would make sense when you watch it.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I really like it. You could tell it's a John Wick movie right in the first 5 minutes.
A lot of killing.
Pretty much, yeah. But I liked it.
Did you take your wife with you to go see it?
No.
No,
she's not really into the John Wick movies. If they're on like A&E or something, FX on TV, then I'll probably throw it on. But no, she did not. She did not go see it with me.
Gotcha.
And I did.
Did she make you more pottery?
Yeah, she actually did. She made. Gosh,
Show and tell.
They're all upstairs. She came home with like 10 mugs and stuff like that, and they've got designs on them and everything. And I was like, Jesus, this is a lot. Like it's all over the place.
I have no room. I say once a month we dedicate.
No room to say anything about anything that she brings home because look behind. So I don't say anything, make no comments on the on that. So, but she did a fantastic job.
Once a month we should give her 10 minutes to show the latest pottery.
Well, her class ends on Monday, so today was like her Yeah.
Oh,
Today's
no.
the last class, and I think the finale is on Monday. But I think she might try to do a summer class. I think so. If that is the case, then we can maybe set aside and do show and tell, pottery show and tell. So,
Yeah, hobby is a hobby.
And
right?
I forgot, I did do a pinball tournament yesterday with Eric. I didn't get to talk to him for very long because right as he showed up is when we had to start the whole thing. I did get to play King Kong for about an hour before everything got underway.
Hold on. All right.
I do
Wow.
like the machine. It takes a while to get used to. The far left corner is a little it's a little weird just because of, you know how in X-Men there's the Cerebro Danger Room thing. This has what they call the river canals, and they're kind of like 3 separate things, and there's like a gap that kind of goes over, and it takes a little while to get used to. And the gong, when you hit the gong, it comes right back down towards the middle. So before I played, I was talking to the owner, and he was kind of giving me the rundown of the multi-balls and what to do and what not to do and all that stuff. And he said, yeah, watch out for the gong, because once you hit it, it can go right back down, and it pretty much did. But yeah, I played a lot of other games, some D&D, and some guy. I think I hit my high score on Godzilla. I think I hit 350 million. And yeah, it was a good time.
Did you get the launch day Godzilla badge?
You know, I totally forgot about that. I didn't. I totally spaced it.
Uh-oh.
Well, I played it, so I think I would have. Right? Oops, that's not. Don't Price is Right me just yet, because.
You think you got it?
I gotta wait and see. We're just gonna do the gambit of.
Yeah. While you check.
Jesus
I did.
Christ.
Yeah, it's there. It's there. It's right there.
There?
Yep. King Kong launch party.
Nice work.
Thank you.
All right, good deal.
Yeah, that's been my week. It was a lot of moving parts in life. So, but here I am.
And Travis, sir, how was your
Good
week?
evening. It was good. Yeah, it was good. I did play a lot of Expedition 33. I am now on Act 3. I thought maybe the game was only 2 acts long, though, because it feels like it's coming to an end, and then it does not. But yeah, it's good. But gosh, it's a really heady plot. So I'll warn you that if you're just kind of going through it, all of a sudden, if you do finally care, you got a lot of reading to do. So yeah, it tries to throw a couple twists and turns in the whole story that I think that they don't explain well enough, because at the end of the day, it's a game. So I think it's a little bit guilty to where somebody on the team was like, hey, I have this great idea for a game plot and a really great idea for a story. And then the rest of the team was like, yeah, we have a good idea for how to make a game. Let's make a game. And then that guy said, okay, cool, as long as we get to my plot. And then they just kind of throw it through. And then in a couple scenes, they just kind of throw everything at you real quick to wrap it all up. And then you're like, wait a minute now. And some of the plot is revealed like during boss battles. And I'm one of those people where when the boss is rambling on and on and on, I'm not paying attention. I'm just worried about how I'm going to counterattack. And in this game, in other games, I just kind of continue fighting the stuff. But I had to go back and rewatch on YouTube some boss battles to pick up on what was happening in the plot. Stuff like that. But it's cool. It's a good game. And I did walk into Best Buy yesterday to get a TV, and left with a TV and a Switch 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
then I went back to Best Buy today and gave them my Switch one.
Oh, you can trade in your original Switch at Best Buy?
Yeah. Yeah, you can. You don't get much for it. You get like $75, but the feel good that they're going to give it to somebody in India or something.
Good on you. Good on you, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have that, and then it's. I mean, you guys, we'll talk about it, but my kids, because I don't play Nintendo really. My kids, especially my younger one who plays Mario Kart 8, says that Mario Kart World is really off on its drifting, and she's not happy about it.
In the sense of like because of the open worldness, or because of the controls, or what?
The controller. She was complaining that the controller was too sensitive to the horizontal position. I think she was complaining about, because she doesn't usually move it like it's a steering wheel. She uses the stick, and if she wasn't lined up perfectly straight, then it was trying to jam her the other way. So she couldn't relax play it. She had to like sit up play it. But that something about the drifting, I don't know, but during the races, something about the drifting was off from Mario Kart 8. So I told her I would complain on her behalf during the podcast. So that section is done. I've now complained on her behalf.
All right.
But yeah, they like it.
Okay, yeah. We'll get to the Switch 2 stuff.
There was no fuss getting it. I got the Mario Kart version, which apparently was the one that was hard to get. But to Dathan's point, you can just walk in and not really think about getting one. And there are several. Lots. As a matter of fact, I was told at the Best Buy that I was at.
So the only one here that didn't get a Switch 2 was Dathan.
Correct, for now, yes.
Yeah. He got a controller. I think that counts.
No, God! No, God, please,
but
no!
there
no!
aren't. I mean, I went back today,
No!
and I was like, hey, let's get a game, because there's only so much Mario Kart World I could watch, and there's nothing out really.
No, that's kind of the thing that I've found with it which is the backwards compatibility is the thing that's going to really make it kind of last for a while now, is because you can't play a lot of those older games. But yeah, I bought Fast Fusion, $15.
Okay, so that's out.
That's out.
In Mario Kart.
That's out.
Street Fighter.
And
that was all that I saw. I was like, there aren't really any console sellers here.
All right, we'll get.
And I mean,
we'll get to the Switch 2 stuff. I got a lot planned here.
Okay.
So I have a little rant at the beginning here I want to get into. There is, I know there's some home arcade people in the chat, so I want to talk about the basic fun thing. Basic fun, I don't know, whatever it is. And then there's a new popcorn bucket we might be interested in. And then there's quite a bit of video I have from the PlayStation State of Play and today's showcases. So, all right. Should I go on my little rant here? All right. Let me turn the chat off. All right. I just want to say I'm disappointed in some of you guys. Some of you guys are in the chat. You know who you are. I thought I was, you know, when you have a good friend and you see something that, you could help them out, you send them a message and you tell them, hey, this is coming up. I need you to keep an eye out for this. You can put a link in the Discord. But some of you guys were really selfish. You kept this to yourself. And I'm really disappointed. And, I don't know. I was really heartbroken to see that this sold out today. And I don't know. I guess I'll bring it up here. I don't know. It really pissed me off that you guys didn't message me. No one here in the chat messaged me. No one on the stream messaged me. I thought Chris might message me.
About,
you know what I'm talking about, Chris?
About what? Basic 1-Up?
No, I don't. No one messaged me about that. No, yeah, was it that one?
Oh, wait, is that what it's about?
No. If you did send it to me, I didn't get it. No, like
it was very small.
Like you guys, seriously. If you see something like this, you need to message me Oh, Joe Cade. Joe Cade, do you know what I'm talking about? Okay. Guys.
Was it Aaron Rodgers?
Was it?
Yeah, well, that's a whole thing.
It was a claw machine.
One can only hope if it was.
It was not a claw machine. Guys,
Yeah.
how could you not let me know that there was going to be Sydney Sweeney bathwater soap that was available this morning and it sold out? And you didn't tell me.
Wait, what? I'm sorry. Sydney's bathwater bliss? What is this?
Yeah, so she had a bath, apparently, and they turned the water into soap, and they made it into the soap on Dr. Squatch, and it sold out already. None of you guys told me about it.
Who is she?
She's a hot, but yeah, yeah.
That could be debated.
No one told me about it. Joe Cade, come on! I'm disappointed in you. I need better.
I honestly thought you were talking about the basic fun cap this entire time. I was like,
no.
I didn't even know about this.
Oh,
Well,
yeah. Okay,
gentlemen.
maybe Jimmy Fallon not ask about it either. I bet he got some. Anyway, all right,
Gentlemen, I think we need to start late night live bathwater soap. That's where the market's at.
No, you guys need to let me know when that happens again. All right. Agreed.
I mean,
Sure. We will load up the Discord general section or toy section with soap or whatever.
Okay, thank you.
Whatever comes up.
And I could have, maybe Chris needs a bath. I could have given him some,
I don't know if I want to take a bath with used soap water.
What I'm wondering about is this person I know nothing about takes a bath and they make soap out of it. But if you look in the center, the bath water that they use that she bathed in, I'm guessing, caused them to make a soap that consists of a soap of medium grit.
Yeah.
So does she just not take a bath often?
She's got there's extra things in the bath water.
That if somebody,
that does kind of look like low grit sandpaper a little bit.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Dathan. I like to pride myself a bit in cleanliness. If I was to take a bath and you were to take my bath water and make a soap out of it, it would be like no grit.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here, but
yeah,
I mean,
I just use normal water.
See a doctor.
But yeah, some other people use different kinds of substances, I guess, to take a bath. I don't even take a bath. I take a shower.
But in the end, Ryan's butt hurt because we didn't notify him on the Discord.
Yeah.
So we gotta get on.
No, you guys need to get on that. That's the whole reason I created the Discord. You can message me anytime. Come on.
You never
Calvin
mentioned
Wong,
this lady,
come
though.
on.
How are we supposed to know that you got a thing?
I think
for
I
this
only
one?
recognize her because she was in the that bad. What was it? The Spider Woman knockoff.
Yeah, she was in Madam Web.
Exactly.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
what.
yeah.
Sorry, I forgot what it was. That's how I. That's how
if any of the Marvel characters take baths and make soap, you need to let me know. All right. Anyway.
Okay, I'm on it.
Okay.
Just check eBay.
Yeah. We could check eBay later tonight if it gets.
It'll be there.
All right. Okay. Basic Fun announced they are coming out with a not a WWE and not a WWF, but a I guess it's WW WrestleFest. Are you guys excited for this? I don't know much about it. I'm sure people in the chat know more, but
So I'm very excited for this. I grew up playing this game when I was a kid. I am a little. It does kind of suck because obviously the logo that they have on there is not the WWF logo. Back when I'm old school wrestling, like the 80s and the early 90s stuff.
So you're like old.
Yeah,
you're like really old.
Yeah, I mean, if you're
like older than me.
I mean, nope, that's not true. I'm still the youngest one here. But this looks fantastic. They got everything down almost to an art form with how the cabinet looks and everything. But it's not having the WWF logo. I will, if I do get this, I will swap the header marquee for. I have the WWF marquee that I would swap out, or custom make one to put on there. But this is fantastic. My only issue is I don't know if I have space for it. I don't know where I would put it. I think I said in the Discord that I can't put it in the garage because there's already someone on the chat someone here who's taken the Garage Gamer mantra name. So
You can't put this arcade next to the NBA Jam. Where do you have NBA Jam?
NBA Jam is in the garage right now, but it's actually going. I can't turn the camera. I don't think no, it wouldn't let me. I'm getting rid of this side-by-side door fridge that's no longer working, and I'm actually going to remove that hopefully this weekend so I can put the NBA Jam right in that spot. That is the plan. But it's just a matter of getting that removed.
Adam, Dark Empire, thanks for coming on, bro. Yeah, get some sleep. He says everyone needs to watch the new Predator show.
Yes,
on...
I watched the first hour, and he was not lying. It is a 10 out of 10. It is great. It is fantastic.
It's on Hulu.
Yes, it's on Hulu.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we're gonna check that out this weekend for sure.
Yeah. But my end thing here is this cabinet is fantastic. I like it. I will get the deluxe version, assuming I can find some space. But yeah, they did a good job with this. Big fan.
Chris, are you interested?
I am, but I didn't see what the price was for it. Did they announce one?
Cornercade will know. Cornercade, what's the price on this?
I think the deluxe is $5.99. I think.
And is it just WrestleFest that's on it?
I think so.
No, God! No!
Derek, we're not going to discuss the Switch at all tonight. I'm sorry.
I mean, we already discussed bath soap, so why not? What's discussing the Switch 2, right?
Yeah, there's room in the backyard. Guys, Home Arcade is back for the late night live, boys. I don't know if it was ever back. I guess we talked about it when you were on, but it's been a while. Yeah. Anyway,
he says the Ultra is $4.99 and Supreme is $5.99.
Okay, so there's two versions. Do you go for the Supreme? I guess the Supreme maybe is a bigger screen, I'm guessing. Maybe premium controls.
I think the Ultra is just. I think the picture that I saw that Cornercade actually posted on his YouTube show, or he had a show last week. It's just a single player. I think that's the Ultra, and the Supreme, I think, is what they're playing now, the 4-player. I think.
Oh, and then he says there's a Centipede XL. Who's getting the Centipede XL? I mean, oh, bro. No.
I mean, if it comes with Tetris too. If Tetris is on that Centipede, I'll get it.
No,
what are the 6 games that are on this?
Home Arcade is dead.
Meatball Saucy would know. So.
It seems like there's always the usual offenders on the whole list of games that come preloaded on these things, right?
Is Pac-Man on it?
I don't think Pac-Man's one of those, is it?
No, I'm not sending you the link. You're gonna talk the rest of the show, bro. Oh, anyway, I thought I wanted to just touch base on this thing because we'll see. I don't know when there goes up for pre-order or whatever. Or maybe I don't know if the retailers have bought into this yet. So yeah, wait only one game on the WWF WrestleFest. No, they're saying there's. What did I just say? 6 games. I don't know. They're not advertising any of the other ones on there. This guy's red shoes are starting to freak me out, though. Those are kind of weird with his. He's got a denim jacket. I don't know. Maybe does Cornercade rock the denim jacket? Maybe he does. All right. Okay, moving on, and then okay, what is? I'll ask for it for my birthday. Okay, maybe it will be in the be on the discount bin at Goodwill. No,
I don't know.
we'll keep an eye out. All right, you guys. I'm losing you guys. All right. I also saw that this. What is this, Chris? Is this what is this? A hood ornament?
I mean, it looks like it's one of those popcorn buckets again. But that nose is really kind of bugging me right now. Why is that nose
This
the way?
just seems like a
I mean, I could also see someone taking this and using it as like a beer holder, like throwing some beer in there, just drinking it straight from the head.
Just. All right. I don't have a denim jacket, but I want one.
But wasn't this one $79.99 with AMC?
wow.
Yeah, that's nuts.
I think that's what I'd say.
$79.99, and you get a weird head. Do the eyes light up? Maybe they do.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, unless it's a very large popcorn bucket, $79.99 just seems.
Can you imagine just like putting this in your bedroom and just having it stare at you all day when you come home, like, or to have it when you walk in your house? It's like, whoa, $80 is not right. No effing way. But we're gonna spend $600 on a arcade cabinet. So, yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's get to the Switch 2 stuff. So, I got mine no problem on was it yesterday? Walmart did the order for me, got it early in the morning, got my chips, got my soda. Chris got his chips and soda, but I saw he was complaining about it. Like, what was the deal with that, Chris?
I'm not a Pringles fan. I don't like the texture of Pringles.
It's free stuff. Like, you don't appreciate, like, it's just goodwill.
Well, if someone gave you cyanide, would you appreciate it? You know, here.
You didn't have to eat it.
Oh, I didn't. I'm just. It was just one of those things where I was like, Pringles of all the things. I wonder how much it cost Walmart for a can of Pringles.
Okay,
they legit gave you guys chips and soda for buying this.
And some people are saying that they're trying to maybe disguise it so it looked like you were getting a bag of groceries as a delivery, and it wasn't just a box.
Oh,
I
on the see, because they were dropped off.
So
I thought that you went to the store and that
I
were handing
I did not
them
go
out.
into any stores at all. I'm proud of that. So
that's pretty smart of them. I'll give them credit there. That's not a bad idea, because the amount of replacements that they'd have to send out from Porch Pirates, they might as well just throw in some stuff to disguise it as groceries and give it to a gamer who's gonna, let's be honest, sit there and eat chips and drink soda while they're playing the Switch too.
I'll tell you, like, I had a great day yesterday, but like I totally forgot to eat lunch. So that chips was sitting there. I'm like, hey, how you doing?
They were reading your mind. Yeah.
No, I didn't eat lunch, so that was my, man.
You didn't eat lunch because you were playing Switch? Is that what the problem was?
Yeah.
Mm.
It was worth it.
It's about priorities, Dathan.
I don't think I have ever done something like that. I think maybe when I was like 18 or 19 or something like that. When I was a young guy, being a responsible adult now, I don't, make sure that I play video game, make sure I take care of my health over 6 hours. You don't want to be like that guy that's played video games for like 80 hours and died in the chair or whatever playing World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
You don't want to be that guy.
Did anyone get their receipts? He says stuck, but stapled onto the front of the box, because that was the whole thing too.
They apparently tracked that down to one store in Staten Island.
Yeah, I'm sorry for those guys.
I mean, who was the guy that was like, make sure you staple those receipts to the front of the box?
Oh yeah, and what flavor of Pringles did you get, Chris?
I think they were just original.
Yeah, I just got original too.
Mm-hmm.
It was original Pringles.
That's just salt.
Yeah,
they're pretty, just plain Pringles.
Mm-hmm.
I saw other people were getting like weird tangy ones or a lime flavor, or like, nah. It's got the regular. I wonder what is the best selling Pringle.
Probably sour cream and onion, I would guess.
Yeah,
my kids have liked the pizza chips one, the pizza flavor.
I'm just like the OG style. I just like the regular ones. Maybe I'll spice things up a bit and get barbecue, but that's like, that's a good day at that point, right?
Chris, keyboard Chris, you need to Google what flavor.
You're living it up on that day. Not too often, Nathan. Or else you'll start taking it for. Yeah.
Not when I'm missing lunch playing Switch.
It'd be a sad day.
I'm missing lunch.
Sad day when. Right. The thing that I hate about, missing lunch and eating Pringles and playing video games is I always get my controllers so greasy. Chip fingers and controllers, not good.
Sour cream and onion is one of them, but original is the other one.
Yeah, so just salt flavor.
There's more than 2 flavors.
So
But those are the best selling globally for Pringles brand.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
I don't know if I've ever had a Pringle sober. So somebody explain to me: are Pringles?
You weren't high.
Are they baked chips? Because I know they come in like a stacked tube, right? So were they like the first baked chip, or are they still like deep fried?
Keyboard Chris will look it up.
That are just formed into a shape that puts them in a tube.
It's made by God and given to us.
No,
hand delivered. Out of gold.
Let's find out. What are Pringles?
I wondered if they were like the original baked chips, but I know that they're not considered "quote unquote" healthy. So yeah.
Why are we talking about cyanide? I guess that's because of Pringles.
You brought it up.
was asking what it is, and I said it was in the in those green capsules in the rock.
Meatball Saucy says he also skipped lunch the other day to stream pinball.
Yeah, but that's the stream.
Yeah, but he can eat like virtual reality. So
wait, why is he different than what I did? There's no difference.
Well, because that's like work for him.
Come on.
Yeah. No.
You sound proud of it. You're like,
no, I am. Like it worked out. If I didn't have those there, my blood sugar could have gone down or whatever, and I could have passed out.
You could have passed out playing Mario.
So maybe Walmart saved me. Like I've given Walmart a lot of crap in the past. There was that one. I think I told you this story. I went in there one time and they thought I was stealing sports cards. It's like I really don't like going into Walmart. But hey, ordering from Walmart to get delivered to your house, you don't have to walk in at all. And that seems like it's working really good in 2025. So,
from what I know of Walmart, I used to work extensively with them. They like that you like buying online from them, and they would like it if you didn't go into the store.
Okay, and I bet the employees would like it if I didn't walk in there either.
Walmart would probably like it if the employees weren't there.
Yeah, well, those poor employees are making them minimum wage. Like, yeah, they're having a hard time. So,
no, Walmart's cool.
We're just saying spirits. He's floating. He went to get some Pringles, Cornercade.
But he's on one of the 1,000 restreams of this stream that's going on right now.
Back to the Switch, though. I mean, Chris. I don't know if Travis, you opened yours yet. I thought the unbox.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, it's also.
Oh, right. Your daughter was playing it.
Yeah. Played it.
I thought the unboxing
No, I played
experience
it.
was super easy. I transferred all my data over from the original Switch, no problem. Like all my save data is there. The thing is sleek. It is sexy. It is fast. Um, I've only had problem with one game that's doing some weird stuff, and that's the Marvel vs. Capcom collection, fighting collection. There's like some weird screen
Hmm.
tearing that's going on with the characters, but other than that, like no complaints. And like then just playing Mario Kart World yesterday, and then even more today. Um, Hats off to Nintendo. I mean, I have no. We had a great time playing that with the family. My kids have gotten super into it, and it was just like it's like one of those moments in gaming. Like you have a launch like this, and I remember a couple times where I've gotten a console on launch day. It's like such a thrill getting that those endorphins in your system. I don't know if it's dopamine or whatever. It's just like a huge release, like Christmas morning we had yesterday, and then I'm playing all these racing games yesterday. So we're playing that, and then playing Fast Fusion. I'm playing Fast Fusion with my son. Him and I are taking turns, and I'm just seeing the screen is like going by, like is this the? I'm not used to this on Switch. This is Switch 2, and like it's up there with Xbox and PlayStation 5 now. And wow, they have. I'm very impressed with the system so far. So you know, Chris, uh, did you have that kind of experience at all? Like it just felt it was awesome.
Well, so there were a few things I noticed with the Switch 2 when I unboxed it. I mean, easy unboxing. The controllers, it kind of feels like if you go back and grab a PlayStation 4 controller and then grab a PlayStation 5 controller, you can feel there is a difference in quality between them. Uh, the original Switch controller is lighter. It doesn't feel as sturdy as this one, which I really like. I did
Are
get
you
the
talking about
Pro.
the Pro controller?
No, I'm talking about the actual Joy-Cons. So if you
Oh,
take the Joy-Cons for the original Switch and then hold them up with the Joy-Cons for the Switch 2, you can tell the Switch 2 ones are kind of heavier. They feel a little bit better than the Joy-Cons for the Switch 1. But I
did you
did.
get that? Did you get that? Welcome to the Switch uh, game where you could do the mouse controls and
No, I didn't.
you
I
play
didn't
that yet?
spend $10 on that.
It's worth it,
Uh,
dude. I'm
Don't you need
serious.
like 5 peripherals to play to go through that whole thing? Don't you need like the camera and all that stuff?
I'm only like still on the left Joy-Con. Like I'm trying to go through all those and get the medals, but so far I've just used mouse controls.
Yeah, because I heard you need the camera also. The
Okay, I don't have the camera yet. If you guys want to do some stuff online, I'm willing to do it. I'd love to test out the chat features on the Switch too. So send me a message. Pretty sure somewhere I've listed my Switch ID. So, but
oh
yeah,
yeah, Meatball Saucy. Yeah, after the weekend, I'll still be playing the Switch 2. Everything about it so far has been much better than the Switch 1. A lot of my games that I played on the original Switch that were slow to load, they load up so much faster and they just play better on this.
yeah.
Um,
Derek, we
but
got ours at Walmart. Travis got his at Best Buy. Dathan is still MIA.
well, Dathan got his GameCube controller, so you know.
if I do get, I would probably go to Costco to get it because they have the deal where I think it's $5.20 and you get a year membership of the expansion pass.
If they still have some.
Yeah. But that's all they will sell eventually. That they won't. They'll sell just that bundle. So if the bundle comes up again, if the time is right, then maybe I'll get it then.
Yeah.
Well, and they have the Switch 2 Pro controller there. It's cheaper than anywhere else right now. And that's what I bought. And the one thing I've noticed with the Pro controller for the Switch 2 versus the one, it's lighter than the original. and then it has 2 additional buttons underneath that the original Pro controller doesn't have.
Yeah, I got the Pro controller today too, and I think for some reason, like, it shouldn't feel different, but it does a little bit. And
Yeah.
I think there's some different vibration gyro motors that are in the bottom, and then the sticks feel just slightly different than the original Pro controller.
At this point, I don't think there's a game that uses those bottom buttons on the underside, so I don't know what they're for.
Yeah,
But
I'm
I
not
mean,
sure either.
I think it's much easier to take the controllers off and put them back on the system than it was with the original Switch.
Very much. Like, I hated doing that slide thing on there. Oh, Dathan left. Oh,
I'll be right back. I'm still here. You can log in.
uh-oh.
So
Don't talk bad about Dathan in the chat, you guys. No one say anything.
the one thing I will
Jesus
say
Christ, my God.
kind of
Oh, shh.
I don't know if you've tried to get the upgrades for the Zelda games yet.
I
No,
tried
I did
that.
not. I thought about
But
it. though.
Dathan likes Zelda,
So
we better not
if you
talk about
have
that.
the Nintendo Switch Online expansion and you go into it, it says it's $9.99.
Mhm.
When you're in the screen to buy it, you have to scroll over to where it says download. Otherwise, it will try and force you into purchasing the upgrade, which you get
Jesus
free
Christ, my
with the
God.
expansion. It does give you a warning that if you are an expansion member, it will tell you when you click on buy. It says, "Hey, you're a member of it," but then it takes you to the payment screen, and so you have to back up. And so they don't have the download next to where you're purchasing it, which I was
Maybe
like,
you just didn't pay,
But
you
it's
didn't pay your
$10.
bill last month. Maybe that.
But if I'm not a member of any of the stuff except the family Nintendo plan thingy, but I have the original physical copies of the Zelda stuff, what does it cost me
it's
to upgrade?
$10.
It's
Yeah.
$10. Okay, to get the 4K version
Yeah,
of it.
but if you're a part of the Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion, it's free to upgrade.
Mhm.
So that's
I see. Oh,
that's
okay.
$20 you save right there.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah, we've seen the box. We've seen lots
So
of them.
I've never seen this box. This is new to me.
Never seen it?
I'm amazed, surprised, shocked.
I didn't think that the out of the box experience was that good, actually. I thought it was okay. My daughter and I sat there and tried to figure out how to get the controllers to go horizontal so that we could play Mario Kart the standard way, right? Well, not the standard, but with both of us each using a Joy-Con. The way that we've done it is by going into the controller setup, by going to setup and then Joy-Con, and then telling it to change the direction that way. There is not a easier way to do it?
Wait, what are you saying?
Okay, so the way that they wanted us to play Mario Kart was with the controllers attached to the, this way, right? So 2 controllers this way. Well, we wanted to play 2-player, me with one Joy-Con horizontal and her with another Joy-Con horizontal. In order to change the orientation to do that, you would think it would be just a couple button presses, like maybe hold the top shoulder left and right and flip it. But instead, what I figured out that worked for us, and I don't know if it's the easiest way to do it, is to go into settings, then controller config, and then change the orientation that way. And then go back all the way out and then back into your game.
I usually just go to you can do to find controllers or whatever in the settings, and you can flip it pretty easily.
But that's still not you would think that would be a common thing from game to game, considering that Nintendo has always been a multiple people in the same room platform. That it surprised me that there wasn't just a quick way to do it that didn't require 3 button presses through menus.
Playing with just one Joy-Con sucks. Don't do that.
Oh, is that not what most people do? That's what they showed in all the videos.
No, that sucks.
So then what am I supposed to do? Buy one of those stupid wheels and do it that way?
You just get another controller.
Where I'm sitting there like this? What do you mean by get another controller?
You either get the Pro controller or you can get the GameCube controller, which I haven't opened up yet.
Look, if I want to play an Xbox or a PlayStation, then I'll just get an Xbox or PlayStation.
Yeah.
That's what those controllers feel like to me, right? Like I was like, hey, this is exciting. And then this could be a mouse too. So if I wanted to do PC work, I guess that's what my Switch does.
You should
part
be
I thought
able
was kinda
to when you
awkward, too.
start up Mario Kart 2. You should, by pressing the SL and SR buttons simultaneously together.
That's what I
It's
tried.
supposed to.
Yeah, that's what it said. I tried that multiple times. Both of us did, and it didn't do it. So maybe it's bugged.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was just that we've only fired it up once and done that. The other times everybody was.
I'm
just
thinking
playing
Meatball
single player.
Saucy
So it
did not
didn't
buy
matter.
one. They want to know, Dathan, do you have to wake up early tomorrow?
Yep.
Well, we're gonna make this a really long show for you.
Sure do. 11 p.m. West Coast time. That's where we are, everybody. We're tapping out. I'm tapping out at 11 p.m.
But yeah, that was I did think though that 4K wise, the graphics do like the graphics look sharper. The console is faster performing. I agree with you.
It
Chris,
really
like,
pops with the 4K.
Yeah.
Like you really notice it.
Yeah.
Like glaring.
Yeah.
I feel like the screen, the image on the Switch 1 was just flat to me. Like it did no vibrant color.
Well, that could be the HDR though too.
Could
this
be,
is HDR
like,
as well. So if your TV is HDR compliant, then you're gonna get more of the
Mario
popping
Kart
of the
World.
contrast
Yeah, the HDR, the colors
Yeah.
are so amazing in that game. It's like, what am I looking at?
That's the HDR
It's like
you're
it's
seeing.
great, and it almost looks like better than Xbox or PlayStation can do. I don't know.
No, it's not. But it's good. I mean, it's HDR. So and they've done a good implementation of it. It looks good on. I was playing it on OLED TV and it looked good.
The only thing, if Cornercade, if you get the Welcome to Nintendo Switch 2, that game makes you use the mouse controls, and there's several games where you have to. There's like falling spikes, and you got to avoid the falling spikes. See how long you can last, and it's pretty addicting. So, don't knock it till you try it. I don't know any home arcade machine that can do that. Maybe they can. I don't know. Don't take this the wrong way, but y'all remind me of the friends on Big Bang Theory. Not sure if you ever heard of that show. Yeah, which one is the girl? Is that Chris? Which one am I?
I mean, it wouldn't have to be. You don't have to have the girl on there. You can have the guys that are on there. The 4 or 5 nerd guys who are
it does say in spirits. That's what I was actually looking at most was the DLSS technology and how that panned out. I'm curious why they did cap the frame rate at 60 frames per second at 4K. If you did DLSS, you would think that they could upsample it all the way down to bring it up to 4K and give that as an option for people.
Well, and I see it in handheld. You can go up to 120. But that's not 4K. That's 1080p.
That's 1080p, right? So at 1080p 120, that makes sense. But at 4K 60, I mean, it still look good. Look, I mean, a lot of the games that are out for PlayStation and Xbox, Elden Ring being one of them, the devs capped it at 60. So I mean, it's not like it's horrible, but usually I'm used to gaming at like 120, and so it could be a thing, but Nintendo games aren't. I mean, I think they're trying to get there from time to time, but they're not really meant to be that competitive. And that's
what is DLSS for Cornercade?
It's NVIDIA's technology for upsampling. So you take a lower quality resolution image, the video graphics process, the card processes that and renders that, but then it upscales it to 4K or whatever resolution you're in with AI to fill it in and make it look good. It does change the original. It does change the original image sometimes, but there are sometimes that the AI does a better job. Like you could argue that like Marble looks better in some games with DLSS on than it does actually natively rendered at 4K. That's my simpleton understanding of it.
Oh, and Meatball Saucy, comparing the original, I have the original Steam Deck, and Man, the
No,
Nintendo
not like
Switch.
ray tracing, Cornercade.
Yeah.
Ray tracing is actually rendering from a source of a point for light is usually where it's used, or for shadows and water, things like that.
Just say that. Yeah. Okay. No, I was gonna say maybe this is we just got a new shiny item in the house, but I feel like the Nintendo Switch 2 is a better product than Steam Deck right now. But I know Steam Deck is good, but and we haven't seen the whole software gamut yet for Switch 2. But I don't know. It feels really good.
I've not used a Steam Deck. That'd be interesting to
I've got it on the floor
to
down
put
here.
that up. That'd be interesting to hook that up to a TV and see how that performs.
I've used it. I've got the dock for it, and it looks pretty good.
It's powerful.
It's
I've only
heavy.
played a small handful of games, but it looks fantastic. It looks good.
Does it? Yeah. I bet it's got some serious horsepower. Steam, like the
thing is
Index,
heavy.
they did a really good job. And even with the Steam controller that they had made, that was cool. Steam does a decent job. When I wish they'd do more, but when they kind of approach things, they think outside the box and kind of shake things up a little bit. And so it wouldn't surprise me if I would actually be really impressed with the Steam Deck if I got my hands on one and hooked it up. I would think it would be better than the Switch 2, I have to be honest. Hardware wise,
my main reason for getting a Steam Deck was for when I would go to PAX. When I go to PAX here, literally every game demo that you play is on Steam, and the demo that you play at the show is pretty much on not every one of them, but a majority of them are on Steam, and sometimes they'll give you codes for Steam. And I think it was 2 or 3 years ago where I walked out there, I was like, I got to get a Steam Deck, and so I ended up just buying one when we were walking out the show, and it showed up a few days after I got home. And so and it's more options available, stuff like that.
You can do some cool stuff. I like doing the emulation on it. Jokeade, I did get Mario Kart World. I got the whole bundle, so yeah. My kids are loving that game. It's fun. Like my only complaint, I haven't had any issues with Travis was saying earlier he was having issues with the drifting controls, but
my daughter said she was. I thought it was okay.
I'm playing my son, and I'm playing my wife, and I play my daughter. Like I'll have these extreme matches. They'll have 4. I think there's usually 4 matches in a round, or I don't know what you call it, but I'll end up tying them in this game. I never used to have tie games in Mario Kart 8. But in this game, I tie my wife and my son all the time.
Did they used to beat you, is what you're saying?
The rubber band effect. You guys know what that is, the rubber band
effect?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're in last place, you get all the good shit.
Yeah. How is it? Is it good?
That's still in there. It's
still in there?
It's still
Mario Kart 64 was notoriously bad at that. It was.
So that's how that works, Nathan. Really? So if you're in last place, that's how last place is able to catch up.
Yeah, right.
Instead of it truly being randomized, it gives them all of the good power-ups.
But you don't catch up all the way. I think the key for me when I'm in the lead is you got to get as many coins as you can to build your speed up, and then
coins are what build speed.
Yep, and then you got to make sure you have a shell or a banana peel behind you, just in case someone's going to throw something at you. Now there is the new I think this is new, the purple shell that comes at you from the top.
Yeah.
Maybe that was in the last one. And then there's a golden shell in this one too. The golden shell will go through many people, and then it'll also drop a lot of coins, which is really fun.
Okay.
A lot of new power-ups. Like I still need to master how to jump onto ledges and shit. And then there's a lot of different outfits for your character now that I don't think was in Mario Kart 8. So, you can get Mario that's like race car driver. You can get Pirate Mario. I don't know. There's a whole bunch.
I think the only question that really matters through Mario Kart is Rainbow Road. Does it make an appearance?
Yes, it's at the very end. Once you get a trophy in all the games, then you do it unlocks another 4 levels, and the end level of that is Rainbow Road. And
Okay.
Rainbow Road's really trippy because you do a lot of gliding in it, and it'll have you go up, and you got to play it. Like, yeah.
Yeah, Rainbow Road 64 is the best course of all time. It's not debatable. That just is. So everyone in the chat, fight me on it. I don't care. It's the best course. Period.
But yeah, any final thoughts before we move on? Switch 2. Are you happy with yours, Chris?
Yeah, but I at this point I'm thinking, and it's only because of the backwards cat capability that I'm really kind of like, I'm playing with it so much. But I'm thinking Donkey Kong Bonanza is going to be the system seller for those who are looking to get a game for their system. I haven't played. I
The
haven't
system
played
seller is
Mario Kart.
more-
I haven't played Mario Kart World, but
Wow.
it's one of those that.
Did you get the game?
No,
You
I
didn't
got the
get game.
I got the base model without the
Did
game.
David get the game? Where's Leakrian?
Yeah, he's got it.
He's played it, right?
I'm sure he has.
Yeah, hot take, man.
But well, the Mario Kart games have never been a system seller for me, so I've never like looked at them and gone, "Well, I need to get one."
You do
Yeah, but
realize that was the number one game on Switch.
Yeah, but
I know.
don't they usually put out again? I don't have Nintendo stuff, so don't they usually put out a Mario Brothers type game like a Mario World or something like that when they release the system? I mean, it seems kind of. I was at Best Buy looking at games today, wondering why there's hardly anything like at all. There's Mario Kart was it when it came to like the Mario IP, right?
Do we think that
Yeah.
Donkey Kong is going to be the seller, or when Metroid Prime comes out, or is Metroid Prime not going to be it because it's also coming out on
I'm not
Switch
sure. For me, I think for us, actually, Metroid Prime is going to be amazing, and I'm going to get Donkey Kong Bonanza as well. But there's something else coming, you guys. Like
There has to be something for like the family. Like the Mario
But I
stuff is
don't-
the big seller, isn't it?
I don't see it for a while, for a long time.
I think Zelda is not coming out till next year.
No, I'm not thinking. I'm thinking probably like 2 years at the earliest for Zelda.
I think there's another Mario game that's coming.
There has to be, right?
Saiyan Spirit says he doesn't give two shits about it. Mario.
I mean, doesn't there have? I mean, that's what I'm honestly asking. Like, is this the first time that Nintendo has released a console where there isn't an actual like Mario World, Mario Brothers type thing, or is that?
He'll look it up.
Let me look.
Because
You
I
know,
went
when the
expecting to go
GameCube
pick up Mario
launched-
World, and it
When the
wasn't there.
GameCube launched, didn't that just have Luigi's Mansion?
Yeah,
Mario Sunshine didn't come out till
Late.
later.
Mario Sunshine came out later. 64 had Mario 64.
That I remember.
The Wii didn't have Mario.
It had Mario
Yeah, there you
3D,
go.
right? The 3D
Meatball
one.
Saucy says Mario Kart is the Mario system seller.
No, so Super Mario World, Super Mario 64, Super Mario Odyssey are the only. Well, and then if you get into handhelds, but they're the only three that have launched with the systems.
Well, Super Mario Brothers with the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Super Mario Brothers launched.
Super Mario Brothers actually came out 2 years later.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the NES was released in '83. Super Mario Brothers was released in
The
'85.
NES was not released in '83. It was
86.
Yeah, I think you're looking at the Japan or whatever.
Ah, okay.
That might be what it is.
The Famicom.
Yeah,
I mean, I was just wondering because I went to, like I said, I went to Best Buy after getting the bundle home and going like, okay, well, Mario Kart's all right, but what else is there to get these kids? And then I went, and the answer was nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if there is another Mario game, I'm hoping it's not a 2D side scroller. I'm hoping that it's the 3D style, like Mario Odyssey, or not Mario Odyssey. Mario Odyssey was the one that came out, this last year, a year ago, or whatever it was.
guys.
Well,
I would be pissed like you guys are too, but like, play Mario Kart World because not only
I'm
are
not
these-
mad. I'm not mad. I just
Not only are there these normal courses in it, but then you do the online matches. That's when you can do the open world shit, and you're just driving around and like doing like Forza Horizon crap and finding like there's a secret over here. There's like different stuff. There's a whole bunch of stuff about how to where to find things. I'm sure someone will do a strategy guide on it, but like that's hours of entertainment just doing that.
But what do you do in that? You just go
You're
pick up
just
stuff.
you're just driving around, and then if you got your friends with you, they drive around with you. It's brilliant.
Yeah, like what's the game on that? I'm asking, like I'm not being critical. I'm just asking, like, what is the game? Is it just go scavenger hunt stuff, or is it just
yeah, and then wait
all
for
that sort of
a match to happen, and you run in the match.
Okay, and then you do the racetrack.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like I'd be pissed there's only it's a limited selection of games, but Mario Kart World for me, at least right now, it's filling my bucket.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
is
and
anybody going to get the camera? I'm curious to see how that works.
I was debating it, but like you guys never
I'm not.
even want to talk to me in person as it is. So like why
that's not true. It's only when you're doing the soundboard and talking about bath soap and all that stuff. That's when we don't want to.
Right.
Now, it could
Jesus
it could
Christ,
get into
my
a whole
God.
brave new world, Dathan, if he gets a camera.
That's true. That is true.
No, I'm not going to get the camera, but that's because it's for my kids, and I don't really do that stuff. Yeah.
I did see if you want. I wanted to do that. I turned on the chat feature, and I've got multiple family members on my Switch. I had to turn on the parental controls because, and it makes sense. Like you don't want my daughter or whatever talking to who knows what, so you can lock that shit down.
Okay.
You know, like if someone's gonna talk to my kids, like I need to approve it.
Yeah,
but
right.
It's that's fine, and I've been messing around with the Nintendo parental controls app. It looks pretty legit. I guess I don't know why I didn't have it on the original Switch. Whoops, maybe I
did. To answer your question, Meatball Saucy, yes, this is the first console they've tagged as a 2. And they did make some slight changes with the controllers, but yeah, it is pretty much the same control scheme.
They are heavier, though, like you said. I thought that was because of the mouse functionality that they added. That's what I attributed it to when I was like, oh, this is heavier. And I was like, it makes sense because of this. But yeah, they do feel better quality. The console itself, to be honest, since we took the first one and traded it in, this feels all around. It feels like a better quality. Not leaps and better, but it just does. The fit and finish feels better, and it feels less rickety.
Now, Derek brings up a good question, and I still got more stuff to get to here, but like now that we have this, and maybe a game's coming on Game Pass, I want to play it on Xbox, right? But if it's not on Game Pass and it's not on PlayStation Plus, we got it for free. What system are we playing our games on now? Is it going to be Switch 2? Is it going to be PlayStation 5? Is it going to be Xbox? Is it going to be Steam? That's going to be the big thing, and I guess what it plays better on. We're gonna find out. I don't know. So there's gonna be a lot of games that are gonna be kind of iffy. I think the Switch is a much level playing field more now than it ever has been.
Well, and they did announce that this is the highest sales for a launch system. They've already sold 3 million Switch 2s. Compared to the PlayStation 4, which was the last one at 1 million consoles in a day.
I'm not disagreeing with that. Yeah, it was crazy.
Weird.
So that means
people like Nintendo.
In some way, obviously they did kind of prepare for the amount of people that wanted to buy the system.
I'm saying like if between us. If there's a third party game that comes out, what system are we going to play it on now?
I'm playing on.
And it's not on Game Pass. It's not on PlayStation Plus. It's not free on Steam or whatever.
I'm playing on PlayStation.
Okay, I played on my PC. Yeah, I'd play it if it's available on Steam to purchase or wherever. If it's available on Windows, and I'd play it on my PC for sure.
I do, but I mean, Steam you can return shit. PC. You can return stuff pretty easily
on Steam.
Like it. Yeah.
Yeah, as long as you don't fall asleep and blow past your 2 hours.
Yeah, don't fall asleep.
Yeah. Thanks, Blueprints.
But what about you, Chris? Like, if there's a third-party game out there and it's not, like I say, it's not on Game Pass, it's not on PlayStation Plus,
I think the one thing with this one compared to the original Switch for me is I played the original Switch in handheld. That's the only way I played it. With this one being a little bit bigger, I can see myself actually playing more on the TV. So there's a good chance that if the game is on Steam, with my computer being as old as it is and everything, I'll probably end up buying it on the Switch too, and playing it that way. Just because I can't even play Cyberpunk 2077 on my computer, and I bought there, and I'm not going to buy it on the Switch too because
I'm curious to see how gimped Cyberpunk is on the Switch. I did see it advertised there.
Yeah,
I thought it runs really well.
Apparently,
but I'm just curious how much they stripped out of it to make it run well. Like, I mean, I use that game to benchmark builds and stuff, and the amount of options you have in that with that engine is pretty good, right?
Yeah. Well, apparently, according to who was it? I'd seen someone who had posted that it runs better than the Steam version.
Well, it could run better than Steam. Well, I mean, you mean on the Steam Deck version, right? Because the full install that you get from Steam of the full game, that's going to be up to the system that you're running it on.
Sure.
But I guarantee that that my PC can make a better looking Cyberpunk than the Switch can ever even dream to. Because they give me the options to do that. I mean, I can turn on full path ray tracing in Cyberpunk, and aside from the character models, it looks unbelievable.
Yeah.
Chris, were you saying that the upgrades to Breath of the Wild and Tears is free if you're on the expansion pass? I thought you had to pay $10 if you.
If you own the expansion pass, you don't have to pay the upgrade.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I thought it was $10 if you did or didn't or whatever.
Nope. If you've got the Nintendo Switch Online plus expansion, they're free, so it saves you $20 by having that.
You better tell Eric because he's part of your family, so he would like to know. That's important stuff for him to know.
Well, he doesn't have a Switch 2 either.
Oh no!
I mean, he just got himself a 3DS, so
maybe he's out getting one right now.
He just sent me a text that he's on his way, so he should be with us here shortly.
Oh, he's in his line. He's in line for the checkout.
No,
he's trying to pick his can of Pringles.
So hopefully they're the OG. He might be feeling a little spicy tonight, so maybe barbecue.
Maybe.
Okay. Well, I had a video.
Met somebody in dance class.
Hopefully he shows up here. I have I pulled this video. All right, a lot of games just got announced, you guys, and I'm trying to rack my brain
for the Switch.
For all these systems, there was a place, the Sony State of Play, but I think a lot of these are going to be on all the systems. So, but I'm trying to rack my brain. What games you guys are going to want to be interested in? I know there's one that was Eric was interested in, and I'll talk about that if he shows up here.
Balatro 2?
No, they did not. Did they announce Balatro 2?
No, I'm just kidding.
I think something's coming with Balatro. I guarantee it. I mean, I think that game was a success.
I think it was Thief.
Oh yeah, the Thief VR. Yeah.
I have
the VR. Yeah.
I have some. I have a clip of Thief VR. Let's go over that if he shows up.
Yeah,
if he doesn't, we can talk about it at the end. Let's see. Maybe Travis, have you seen any of these yet?
I don't know. I didn't take a. I was so busy playing.
Here's a leaker in. He got Mario Kart 8, right? Or nice. Mario Kart World. Cyberpunk runs and looks better on Switch 2 than Steam Deck. Desktop PC will always beat out a handheld.
Yeah, right.
An optimized port for consistent hardware, though, when done well, will beat out any PC handheld.
Okay, so Lee Green, you think that the guts to the Switch 2 is more powerful than what the guts of the Steam Deck are? See, because I don't know what's in the Steam Deck as far as what it's using, probably aside from just an ARM processor that's comparable to a high-end mobile phone.
Derek, I talk about wrestling games, but the last time I brought video on from wrestling games, I got a copyright strike. So
Vince McMahon showed up at his house.
Yeah, WWE.
You don't want that guy showing up to your house after the last news that came out.
But yeah.
You want nothing to do with that guy.
Resident Evil 9. Yeah. We're gonna talk about that meatball. All right. So first of all right, my first.
We knew
question.
pretty early on that the game
Did you guys
was fun
see
to play. People
this?
were excited about it.
The most rewarding part of it is just seeing people react to it.
We knew that we were onto something.
Digital clips. These guys are good.
Such a shock to see this game. I was like, I can't believe this game exists.
It became something that added to the mystique of Mortal Kombat. Brutality.
We're showing you a part of a world that is much larger.
There was no template to make the games.
Oh yeah,
It's a bit of the
roll back
Wild
that
West.
code.
Every part of that game is an expression of who we were and what we wanted to do.
Flawless victory.
Yeah. New Mortal Kombat collection, you guys. You stoked? No?
Yeah. I mean, if it's like $20-$30, then yeah, that was a cool trailer. I'm hoping
Yeah, it was a
the
cool
trailer's-
trailer.
I'm hoping the trailer's not better than the game because I have all the games. I played all the games. You know, I mean, I think they came out with something like this a few years ago.
Digital clips. They did the Atari 50th collection, and they did. Oh, what was that other one they did?
The Cowabunga collection.
Yeah, they did the Cowabunga collection. That was before the Atari 50th one, I think. But the new one, after they've done Atari 50th, they do like these documentary style games where they give like background on how the game was made and like at this point in the production what they were doing, and then that this happened. I'm sure they'll go into with Mortal Kombat when it made its way into Congress and Joe Lieberman and all that. So it's gonna be great. And if it's gonna have all these games, it's gonna have the Game Boy games. Like let's do it. Let's do it. You know. So I used to have the Mortal Kombat arcade one up in the garage here. I think I had two of them, and it'll be great to play these again. So Meatball Saucy's not interested. Yeah, there's a whole Ninja Turtles thing already. That's already out. So, but yeah, so that I'm stoked for that. That was awesome. They're also announced I didn't save the picture. There's going to be a PlayStation Fight Stick, which I'm curious about. We don't know what the price is yet. Let's see.
His parents cut their own
Got
rope to save
this
him.
video.
He watched them fall, then found his way off that mountain.
This is. I'm just gonna cut it. New James Bond game.
Oh,
Jet lag gets me every time.
It looks like an origin story for James Bond, which
With respect, Mom.
weird. I thought they did that in Casino Royale, but
When I first saw this trailer for a second, I thought it was a young Nathan Drake. I thought it was
yeah.
a new Uncharted for a second.
I was thinking.
I like how you can drive cars. I wonder if you can fly planes and stuff.
Or are they just cutscenes?
Yeah, we're not talking about Mortal Kombat anymore.
So because this is being made by the same people that made Hitman, I'm kind of wondering if they're going to do like they did with Hitman, where it's going to be level based and not like an open world game.
Yeah, I'm sure it would. It looks like it's going to be super narrative, so I'm guessing that it would be all level based. That was the. I feel like it, like kind of to Dathan's thing. I would guess it would be a lot like an Uncharted game, or like the Indiana Jones game just was, right?
Somewhat linear, but not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
First Light.
I'm interested. I'm not a
007
James Bond guy, but that that looked like it could be fun.
Hey, we just did Indiana Jones. Let's do the British version.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun.
Yeah, and I mean maybe it is because I'm coming off Indiana Jones that I'm like, okay, yeah, throw that my way. I'll take a look.
And it's not a Star Wars game.
Right. But it looks like it's a PlayStation exclusive, right? Just like the last game Combat Series was.
I gotta feel like this is gonna be on everything.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a timed exclusive on the PlayStation 5.
Probably.
Right.
Yeah, Bond versus Hitman was more interesting to me, but even that was on the edge of meh. All right. Okay. This game, I got another one. I got plenty here. That one's
well. This will be on everything.
Yeah.
You can play it on everything because everything is available.
Has been cited again.
That's right.
The Church's orders are absolute. These human sacrifices must be
The Church's orders are
We
absolute.
will track the ethereal castle, break its gates, and exterminate the creatures that dwell within. The Demon Lord himself will fall by our hand. This mission will test the limits of your courage.
This guy sounds like Chris when he's at work.
Imaginings. Beasts that defy reason. Creatures born of pure
When you take my stapler, I will come after you with pure darkness.
Awesome.
I mean, it's always nice when we get a new Castlevania game.
Ah, but is it a new Castlevania game?
Well, consider the fact that it's created by the guy that created Castlevania.
With me. Cross. Reaper.
Tonight, we start our mission.
We start our mission! But before that, we have lunch. And we eat Pringles.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care about this. I played the.
Yeah, me neither.
Okay.
So you've
That
come.
looks like Lilith from Diablo.
Right into the palm of my hand.
What's going on, Jason?
Don't give me like one of the things that I don't like is when they give you like AAA, movie cutscenes in games and then give you like AA or single A indie sort of gameplay while you're doing it.
I don't know.
I feel it's inconsistent.
I like the Metroidvania kind of stuff. So
Well, it's fine. I'm just saying that just doesn't do anything for me, but that's just me.
Derek James, no, I don't think they are, bro. We were hoping we were going to get something about Venom or Wolverine, and that's a question maybe for another show. Like I don't know what's going on with those.
Yeah.
Derek or Dathan said that they scrapped the whole project last year. Maybe they did.
Mm-hmm. Because that leak happened. Remember? Do you remember saying that?
No, like I made a whole YouTube short about it, and people are really kind of concerned now. Anyway, all right. Okay. We got this game.
自由のために戦う。さあ、お手並み拝見といこう。君のことは親友だと思っているが、
Arc system works.
ビブラニウムのシールドだけでは私のアーマーには勝てないぞ。
Marvel. You guys know what that is? You guys aren't into fighting games, are you?
Do the fighting games legit sell, or are they just cheap enough to make that they crap them out, and then if 20 people buy them, they're happy?
I guess they sell because Derek James thinks it looks fun here.
Yeah. No, I'm just
See, what
curious.
would you call would you call this this Marvel versus Capcom meets anime. Is that what you call this?
Well, there's no Capcom, but yeah, it's Marvel versus Marvel.
Like Marvel vs. Capcom fight style meets anime.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I think it looks dope. It's 4-on-4.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Doctor
There's
Doom
a lot
looks,
going on, yeah.
Doctor Doom looks badass. I gotta think there's more characters too here. A lot of the speculation is that they were making a Marvel vs. Capcom 4, but if this game's coming out, Marvel has licensed this to another company. Like, I mean, it's not to Capcom. Maybe that's not the case. Dokkan Fighting Souls. Oh.
Well, there you go. Like several people in chat are fans of the fighting game, so that,
I got
answers my question.
I feel like I gotta. Yeah, I'm gonna get that game.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Moving on. I gotta find something that Travis would be interested in.
We altered
the
James
course
Bond. It was good.
of
nature. Unleashed
This game,
genetic
my
power
son is
across
already a fan.
continents. Now,
Dinosaur
it's up to
Train?
us
Dinosaur Train,
to
yeah.
nurture what we have set free, to find hope within this chaos. Well, to help life find a way.
Is that Goldblum talking?
I think so.
Like it's supposed to be, but I wondered if it. But he's got time and he loves to like do stuff, so you'd think it actually would be him, but it didn't quite sound like it.
Yeah, maybe his voice was off a little bit.
Yeah.
Anyway, my son has been playing Jurassic World Evolution 2 like nonstop, basically. Between this and the Ghostbusters, whatever the new Ghostbusters game is. So he's been playing that, and you can go in and do the sandbox mode, and you can just make crazy Jurassic World levels, and that's what he's been doing. And I'm so impressed. But like now, we've gotten all the DLC, and he's gotten to the point like he needs new stuff. So like this is coming at the perfect time.
Is it Sim City of Jurassic Park or something, or what is it? Like I couldn't tell what the gameplay was.
Yeah, it's like Roller Coaster Tycoon, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're making your own theme park.
That's a fun idea. Okay, I get it. That's fun.
Oh,
yeah, it was Jeff Goldblum that.
Okay, so that was him. He's just not. Yeah. Although he's a good actor and an interviewing or a interesting interviewer, he's not a good voice actor.
Eric, what's going on, my friend?
Hello, friends.
What happened?
I got into a rousing game of shuffleboard.
Ooh.
Wow.
I lost track of time. Yeah.
I got a game we need to talk about.
Oh, do you? Yeah.
Let's see. I saved it for you.
Thank you. I'm excited. I'm very excited.
No one knows how old the city really is. For me, it's all I've ever known. My whole world. I was raised in this city's shadow.
But also
free to take whatever I need.
I don't know anything about those guys.
Who in the chat's into VR? I know Meatball Saucy is.
This city has
IDOS Montreal. They were the original. They were responsible for the original.
No, they did the original one, right?
Yeah.
Away.
What was her name, Eric?
waiting to be taken.
Deb and her husband Dean.
But some treasures
Listen, we don't need to
come
hear
with
about it,
more
Eric. You can keep that to
trouble than
yourself.
others.
Yeah. This is
It's not
where
that kind of
I lost my
podcast.
hat. This is awesome. Here it comes.
I thought I was dead. And who are you?
So cool. So cool.
So Vertigo Games made
it's coming to
Metro,
PlayStation VR too.
the Metro Awakening VR, the Seventh Guest VR game.
Oh, Travis.
So,
Seventh Guest.
yeah, but that's the okay. So, what I would do if I were you, Eric, because I know that you think it's cool, rein in your expectations that you'll be pleasantly happy with it.
I can't. It's too late.
I know that's the problem.
It's
because
too late.
that was the problem with me and Seventh Guest VR.
Well, yeah, but the
so
difference.
Just rein it in.
The difference be okay. Seventh Guest was just a remake of Seventh Guest, though, wasn't it?
Just rein it in. It's VR. VR is never as awesome as you think it's going to be. No offense,
Dude.
Bossy. Eric's going to think that he's actually going to get and he's going to feel the rain falling on his face.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
And then when you put it on and it's just a heavy piece of plastic cramping your
sure.
And it's not as open world as you think because it's going to have to be on rails.
Yeah.
Because that's how almost all VR is.
Yeah.
Then you're going to get mad because in the original Thief, you could break a window over here, crawl through it, and then sneak around here and hit somebody over the head with a candlestick. Or you could go to the front door, ring the doorbell, run away, wait for them to answer, then whack them in the back of the head. It's not going to be that way.
It better be that way. It's got to be that way.
That's why I said rein in your expectations before you go build out a whole system to play this.
A build out. It's PlayStation.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be a rail shooter type.
Not quite, but it'll be way more.
I think it'll be like a little bit like Horizon, the mountain, Dawn of the Mountain, or whatever it was.
I didn't play that one, Dathan.
Something kind of like that. A little bit.
Climbing.
Yeah, something like that a little bit more.
But that's still pretty linear, though, right? Like you can't beat the level with 20 different ways, right?
No, you can't go. It's not like Mario Kart World. That's open world. It's not like that. But it is a little bit more so that you are able to use the joystick to kind of move and maneuver around in certain areas and grab your bow and arrow and stuff like that. So I think it's going to be a little bit more towards that end than it would be just like pushing the up on the D-pad or the what I don't know what you call the little circular controller thing.
Mm-hmm.
You move up and it just like you click up and you just move like in like sections, that type of thing.
Yeah. So mechanically, that was my first concern. Was the teleporter movement.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than because Thief is so predicated on movement but silent movement, right? And so the actual moving from location to location is super important in the game because that's where the tension builds. And I've watched some of these interviews with the IDOS guys, and the knife's edge that you're supposed to be traveling in a Thief game is you are super powerful in the dark, but you're super vulnerable in the light. And so you need to cross the light in order to achieve some goals. So that's the one of the chief mechanics of the game is maintaining that tension of feeling very powerful and then trading that power in order to accomplish your goals. So I'm worried about the teleporter movement. The other thing I'm worried about is what's the tracking like for your hands inside of a PlayStation VR? Like it doesn't have individual finger tracking, does it?
No.
So you got the triggers. You have triggers and you have your regular buttons. So your thumbs are the buttons, and you have the adaptive triggers that are going to be in the back.
Sure.
And it uses the same type of, I think, the meta ones for VR2 for PSVR 2.
Yeah, and I wonder how much contextual action and a mapping they're going to do so that when you're trying to pick a pocket, it automatically the button changes to pick pocket. When you're near a lock, it automatically changes to pick lock, and I'm wondering if that will detract from the gameplay rather than enhance it. The lack of finger tracking.
So it would most likely be with the finger with your trying, like it just showed like the guy taking the key off his belt.
Yeah.
It would, or the book right there. It would be
this trailer is totally spoiling a whole bunch of things. Like now I know exactly what book to pull out the
So
well,
it
considering
would
it's
be
VR, it's going to be all of 3 hours of an experience too.
My guess is that it would be the adaptive triggers to kind of do something.
Sure. And I'm worried about because that was another, actually, maybe it was a poor game design choice, but one of the stressors in the original Thief was scrolling through your inventory to pick the right thing before you used it. You hunch down next to a door in the light, and so you're totally exposed. You're like, oh, where are my thieves picks? You have to find them. Which was
they'll do that well.
Kind of part
I
of the
guarantee
fun.
that they'll do that well because they, that actually most of the VR games get done pretty well. The
inventory management stuff.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, and then like arrow selection is super important in Thief too.
That'll probably be dumbed down, but maybe not.
Yeah.
Anyway, coming this year,
and
that's
it's
exciting.
The original voice actor of Garrett is in this.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Excellent.
That's really.
But
cool.
since I riled up Alikrian and Meatball Saucy, to answer your questions, I have played Half-Life Alyx. I have not played Batman: Arcane Shadows nor Wanderers: Fragments of Fate. And I will not play Bridge Crew because it's stupid Star Trek and Star Trek sucks. From Other Sons is sci-fi, and since I think Star Trek sucks, From Other
who
Sons
loves
is close
Artemis.
enough to where I don't like it. But yes, Half-Life Alyx was good. But again, if Half-Life Alyx wasn't a VR experience, and this is a little bit of a lopsided argument, it's not a fair argument, but if it wasn't a VR game and you were just playing it pancake style, it wouldn't be that good of a game. And that's the thing. Like, one of the games that I really liked was Lone Echo, and that's the same thing. If it wasn't VR, it wouldn't be that good of a game. The thing that most of the VR games struggle with, and why I tell people to kind of curb their expectations when they go into VR, is gameplay length usually isn't all that long. It's more of an experience. And two, gameplay gets dumbed down because the idea of being in VR is so overwhelming for a lot of people. And that is where I tell people that VR is very cool, and it really is. And it's super, super fun for about 2 to 3 hours for most people. Most people can't stand and play it for hours like they do with their Pringles and soda and their Nintendo Switch 2. They've got kind of a limited, like, I can do this. And because of that, I think that a lot of developers kind of err on that. Now, the exception to that was the RPG that I played, was it Asheron's Call? Where that was like a 60-hour experience. But that definitely was too fatiguing for me to play.
Speaking
Like,
of VR, real
60
quick, I'm just going to.
Back and
I
bask
do
in the
have one
glory
more
of
VR
gaming's
game.
first
might as well
Yeah,
quintuple
go for
A
it. Show me.
tropical farming sim experience.
Is there copyright music in this?
Hi, new friend.
We'll go with it.
Turd burger of late-stage capitalism and enter a world of VR magic and wonder. You'll care for exotic pets.
Is that Neil Patrick Harris?
The elderly.
Yes.
And this fucking thing.
Is it? Oh my
Off
gosh.
Satan. Oh, ha, don't worry. He's a fascist. He deserves this big time. This guy's a total dick. What the hell? Who designed this shit? I wiped my ass on this first. You're welcome. Who got the lobotomy with fries? All your dreams of being inside me come true in VR. Spider-Man gets insomnia.
Oh, that was Omega Red.
Back and bask in the
Oh,
glory of
Jason
gaming's
says Taylor Dane's song is in this, so be careful.
Yeah. This is like the opposite of the experience I'm looking for in a VR game, you know? But so my question about Thief, which could apply to this, let's contrast the two. Who is Thief for? Who did they make that game? I mean, they
Just
made it
you.
for
For you.
I'm the
Yeah.
target audience, but I don't
Yeah,
own a VR. I don't own PlayStation. Like, so in
They-
some ways, it's not for me because I don't own
When-
one of the machines.
Well,
Not yet.
Yeah, I know.
Well, Dathan, you can go over to Dathan's house.
I can.
I mean, the offer's there. I mean,
Yeah, I'll play it. I'll play it. But
Yeah, I mean,
okay. So the overlap of this game versus Thief is what I'm curious about. Like, who wants to play a stealth game, owns VR, can tolerate VR, knows what Thief is. Like it seems like all of those Venn diagrams of all those circles is basically me, or not me. Me if I go to Dathan's house.
Well, and I wonder if the reason they're doing a Thief VR is because they want to see if maybe there is an audience there for it.
Yeah.
Because it's such a different style of game.
Niche. We can say niche game is fine.
Yeah. Than what's on VR currently. So they may be thinking, here's a market that we can tap into that nobody has tapped into yet.
Yeah, but I feel like that's what they've done for the past 3 Thief games and failed.
My favorite is that if it involves crouching to actually to actually be hidden in this,
I want it to do.
People are going to quit because it's going to make their knees sore the next day.
Yeah, of course.
I guarantee
it.
I guarantee it.
my favorite VR game that I play is called Pistol Whipped.
Oh yeah, I love Pistol Whipped. Yeah, that's
and there's crouching in that one.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
I'll finish a couple of rounds of that. I'll be sweating, my knees will hurt and everything, but I'm still like, I enjoy the crouching and everything.
Yeah, no, I love it. I mean, I do like VR, but part of the frustration that I express is because it has such potential, but time after time after time, my expectations exceed what actually is delivered to me.
Right.
And it's been that way since I got the first Oculus, and it's been that way since I got the what was the one that came out where I mounted the cameras to the ceiling? Like I've gone through, I think, 8 different setups, right?
Was it the HTC? The Vive?
No, not the HTC. It was the it was the Vive. You're right. Yeah. Vive was like the second iteration, the second version, the competition to the Oculus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I went back to the Rift 2. Then I went over to some of the other ones before I did finally settle on the HP one, the Reverb 2, which I thought was really great. Actually one of the most comfortable ones that I've used. But yeah, I've done the Index, I've done all that stuff. Now I have the Quest 3, here, that I use. But yeah, I was huge into it and so hopeful of it. But because it's very niche and because a lot of us gamers don't want to have sore knees every time that we think we're going to relax and play a game, it just seems like the content that we're offered time and time again is more disappointing than it is cool.
Wasn't there another Thief game coming?
No.
I could have sworn we talked about something.
I think I did try Blade and Sorcery Alicrian years ago.
Has anyone else played Masquerade VR?
I have not, and that's the vampire one, right?
I really want to know. I mean, what other people think.
I want to play.
It sounds like Alicrian. Correct me if I'm wrong. It sounds like you've read the reviews, but you haven't played the game. If you have played the game, weigh in because I'd like to hear what you think.
One I'm considering getting a Meta Quest just for the fact I want to play those pinball games.
No, the pinball games are fun.
Sure.
I mean, hey, I'll give it what it is. The pinball games are fun.
Just don't get stuck in the Meta Quest and miss lunch. Just don't do that.
But he will.
So what if you have some Pringles?
Lunch and
Some
dinner.
free Pringles.
You need to get the Quest 3 so that you can see through well enough to find your can of Pringles and be able to put.
Guys, I still have 2 more video clips.
I think just to go back to I think the Thief game that you might be thinking of was Eric's Home. That's the one, the third isometric view where you need to hide. Anyway, that's
right.
Meatball. I forgot some first-person sneaking around game that you were excited
I forgot about that.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
Sneak it the Twinkie?
Sneak it.
Yeah. how many holes do you have? That's TMI, Meeple. All right.
Yeah, I forgot that the CV1 needed to have cameras. It was that long ago. Yeah.
I'm stoked though. I'm super stoked. Thief, I'm stoked. Okay.
It could be cool.
Yeah, we gotta have you play that. All right, so we're gonna keep an eye on whenever the release date for that is. I bet we'll see more gameplay. All right, moving on. I pulled the video for this.
Mechanicals approaching
today and the other day.
All right, Eric, I added to my wish list for you.
Okay.
We must now
Chris, did you
face
see this one?
stark reality.
I don't think I watched this one.
The industrial civilization we were expecting to join is no more.
What in the world?
It's awesome.
It's definitely different.
It's very Honey, I Shrunk the
Whatever
Kid.
it takes.
Yeah.
Which I love.
We find a way.
That looks like a Dune ship.
Yeah, it's definitely
Infinitesimals.
That's awesome.
Huh.
I think that looks awesome. I know nothing about it, but it looks great.
It's Epic Games.
I thought it was a Star Wars thing for a while.
That's what I was thinking with the sound.
Like that's what I was waiting for it. Yeah, to turn into Star Wars. Okay, Elite Green. Yeah, I probably tried it when it was when it was first released, and so that's probably why it's not ringing a bell as being awesome. So if they did go back and refine the game and make it an actual game, then yeah, that's cool. But yeah, when I played it, it probably was a tech demo because that's what it seemed like everything was back then.
All right, and then I got one more game. I think.
All right,
someone
well,
in
we're
the chat
almost
already
done
guessed
here,
what
but
it
we do
was
have
here.
one final, very special
I gotta
mobile game announcement to share.
I gotta
with all
end
of
with
you waiting. Today we've
Dathan's
showcased
favorite
a lot
guy.
of projects from teams around the world, including many brand new studios, and we're proud of that. But
You love
this
his voice,
one
don't you,
comes from a
Dathan?
studio that is no stranger to delivering blockbuster games time and again. When I first got a glimpse at this project last
Yeah, where's
summer,
the trailer,
I was
man?
absolutely
Yeah.
All right, let's see if I can skip that here. Okay.
If this is about the report you asked for yesterday, it'll be ready in 3. No, 2 days, tops.
Put a hold on that for now. We found another body. One that exhibits the same pathology as the others we've been investigating. Now, I need a good technical analyst on this.
Okay.
I need your eyes on the crime scene. The Renwood Hotel. I know that's where your mother was murdered. Oh no. Alyssa died 8 years ago. Perhaps it's time for you to face the past.
Was I supposed to pull that one, J-Rod? I'm sorry.
Grace.
What is this? Hey!
Stay close.
They're coming. I know now that you're the one that I've been searching for. The special one. The chosen one. Miss Ashcroft.
Investigating all these strange deaths, huh?
We need to keep our voices down.
Have you seen this
This
thing?
is quite a long trailer.
It is.
Please know that you are my hope.
Everyone's gone.
Stay away from that!
Resident Evil early next year, and the crowd's going wild.
There you have it, Resident Evil Requiem. And it will be
There you
played
have
with the
it.
fans this August at Gamescom. We're
There
also
you have
hosting
it.
opening night live on
Resident
Tuesday,
Evil
August 9th.
Requiem. All right.
No Atomic Heart 2?
Yeah. All right. The fact that they tied back to Resident Evil Outbreak makes me so happy. The game was so underrated. Cool. So Leakerian is excited. Travis doesn't look that interested. Eric looks like man.
No, I honestly, I was trying to think if I've beat a Resident Evil game. I've played a bunch of them, but I've never actually finished one.
That was embarrassing.
Yeah, I lose interest.
It's over, Johnny.
For some reason.
It's over.
It's not that they're bad. I was trying to think, like, have I actually beat one?
I got a lot of problems with you people.
I own all of them, I think. Well, all of them that came out for PC.
Does he have yellow sneakers? Oh, that is so... Let me go back here. Do they show his sneakers? Where's his sneakers?
I mean...
But yeah, I'll pick it up. Obviously the hype will get to me because all the other ones did. And I could go back and beat 7 and 8.
You got my favorite's 4, but I know they're not going to make
4. Okay, yeah, and I think
they're not going to make another
because they
4.
released that one for PC. I've heard good things about 4.
Yeah, 4 is all right. Derek says no.
Yeah, but if you're a horror movie fan, is 4 good or is it not good?
I think it's
like I'm a horror fan, and so 7 had that element to it.
I don't know if it's as scary as maybe some of the other ones, but
okay, because I thought that one of them got a little comic or something. Like I thought that one of them had some like comedy relief throughout it, but maybe I'm not. Maybe I heard wrong.
They're saying he has Donkey Kong banana sneakers.
Well, I know I think it was number 6. Chris breaks a boulder with his hand. He punches it. And it's like comedy gold for a lot of people online.
Okay, yeah. Maybe that's what I had heard. Right? Was that some of them get a little ridiculous?
Because I know Resident Evil 7 in VR was one that I had to like stop playing. Pretty early
yeah,
on.
I played it in VR. Yeah, and I made it about halfway
Chris,
through.
I think
and it's not that I had to stop. I just VR can.
You play more these horror games, I think, than anyone because you played the new Silent Hill, right? Did you beat that?
Yep. Silent Hill 2, beat it. Yep.
So and there's also a new Silent Hill game. I didn't even pull the video for that, but all right, Chris, are you gonna get this?
Yeah, I want to end up picking it up. It's gonna be one of those. I'll wait to see what more they put out on it. Be interesting if it's an open
I think
world
there was
game.
like literally a game for everyone, at least in the last couple days. Like somewhere there's a game for you. You just gotta find it.
Yeah. So is there a spike in the number of VR stuff they're doing? Am I?
I don't think so. It seems like usually there's like 2 or 3 big advertised VR games.
The reason I'm asking is because are they doubling down on VR now that Switch 2 is out and they're trying to highlight the thing that Switch 2 can't do? Are you sensing that? I don't have the pulse of.
I don't think so.
Of Sony at all.
I feel like they're not doing enough. Like
no, they.
Yeah,
I want to say it's been a couple of years since Sony has had they had a showcase just for VR games, and they haven't done that in a few years.
They did just drop the price of the PlayStation VR 2. It's now down to $350.
I guess I wasn't really thinking about the VR stuff was related to Sony, wasn't it? I was thinking that it was just random VR announcements, like that these were just trailers that were just randomly put together.
Yeah.
Because to answer your question, Eric, usually Oculus will, have a couple big titles once a year that they'll kind of, advertise well.
Now that I think about it,
it's
Resident Evil 4, they did put that in PlayStation VR 2.
Yeah, that's right. That one's a VR one, yeah. Now, in the PC world, we've had modders who have done PC VR mods for these things. So, like, I can play Resident Evil, I think it's 2 and 3, and because I've played part of 2, part of 3, and then 7 and 8 in VR. So, and so 7 I played halfway through in VR, and then 8 I didn't actually start because I thought, well, I should finish 7, and I just never got around to finishing.
You should finish
7
any of
before I
them,
started.
maybe. I think is what it says.
Well, again, VR is super. To me, it's super fatiguing, and they're long, right? And they're not cakewalk games in VR. So it takes a while to work your way through one. And I will say that I'm not immune to getting motion sick in VR. It happens rarely, but it can happen if I'm tired or whatever, right? Like it can happen.
I haven't. I think the longest I played VR was with Dathan when we were at Game On Expo, mini golfing.
Dathan, what was the game that were you excited about? Any of these games? What was the game that was for you? You think? And maybe it wasn't one that
I think it was probably one of the ones that you didn't show. You didn't show the Ninja Gaiden. That was the state of play. Or I think they don't know if they showed Shinobi or not, but I think it was the Ninja Gaiden.
The Ninja Gaiden one. I think I didn't pull the video of it because I think we already talked about it in a previous episode, but it's coming out It's coming out at the end of this month, so yeah.
Probably Ninja Gaiden or Resident Evil. Those were probably the two. But I'm gonna hold my from those two conferences. I'm gonna hold judgment until after Sunday when the Xbox does their thing.
Right. Yeah. Sunday, 10 a.m. Pacific. The 1 p.m. Eastern.
Underwater.
No, you sound like you're underwater.
Underwater.
Hello.
Yep.
Good now?
Nope. Yeah, you're good.
Good now.
Yeah.
All right. That was weird. All right. Yeah. So Sunday is the Xbox showcase. We'll go over it next week, and then we'll see. Maybe Nintendo pulls out a direct out of their ass.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's due. So
be nice to have a second game.
I'm sure they probably will have.
So when will they launch James Bond and or Resident Evil? There's going to be Christmas time games.
Resident Evil's in February
of next year.
And then James Bond, it just said 2026.
Okay, so they're still a ways out then. All right.
Capcom is usually pretty good about when they announce a game. It's not a huge wait like some other places. It's usually it's within 10 to 12 months for them.
Yeah, I figured with Christmas coming up, but maybe with Digital World and all that stuff, Christmas isn't as big of a deal when it comes to game releases like it used to be, right?
I think in Japan too, their fourth quarter earnings don't end until April, so a lot of these Japanese companies,
so February becomes
they'll put out one big final game, like Capcom. They'll put one out in February or March just to get that final sales. Data push for their earnings.
Eric, how did the rest of the pinball tournament go last night?
Yeah. Let's hear about the pinball.
How did it go? Okay, I got 4th out of 4 on the first table, so it was groups of 3 or 4, and there were 5 rounds. I got 4th on the first table, which was I playing first?
Was that Stranger Things?
Stranger Things. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. You guys split up. You left him there, and
they just randomly grouped you in groups of 4.
It was 5 rounds, and it took them an hour and a half to do the first 2 rounds.
First round was
my god.
Yeah.
First round was like an hour. The second round was like 40 minutes.
And you could have been home playing Switch too.
Oh, I came home and went to bed because I got to be adult. I got responsible stuff to do. So
Yeah, but if you forgot to sleep and just played,
have a good night. Have a good night.
I could just skip lunch and then just play Switch.
Yeah, you could have got some Pringles.
And soda.
Carry on.
And then they put me on Venom. I got 2nd place out of 4 on that one.
Nice.
They put me on Star Wars. I got 2nd place. They put me on X-Men, and it was 3 of us. And the guy who went first owns the board, so He owns the table. First ball, he got 300 million points.
Oh my god! Seriously?
Wait, when you say he owns it, you mean at home?
He's got the table at home. The guy, no, because the dude he was
yeah.
playing, it was the third person on that table with us. He's like, oh yeah, this guy has it at home. I'm used to his table, and so this one doesn't play quite the same. And I'm like, yeah, okay,
yeah.
So I just got smoked because he and his buddy.
Jesus Christ, my God.
They play at home. So and I didn't do well, so I got third.
Yeah,
and at that point it was 9:50, and I was tired, and I was like, I gotta go home.
Wait, so you didn't even finish the tournament?
No, I did not finish the tournament.
Did you guys get food? What was the food there?
I didn't get any food there.
I just got
I got an athletic
chicken sandwich before because I got there I think at 5:30.
I got there like an hour and a half, hour and 20 minutes.
I think about 20 minutes before we actually got the tournament going.
Yeah.
Where was it at?
Public House.
Public House.
Public House.
Dathan figured out how to start co-op mode in Dungeons and Dragons, which is cool. You share goals and points and stuff.
The D&D at the Public House was off a little bit. Something was off. Did not seem right.
Right now, I'd say
really. So now this is two machines that have gone
is
down.
the best D&D.
Yeah,
machine.
Jesus Christ, my God.
Wedgehead is where it's at, and with that place in Phoenix, that was.
Oh yeah, that was a good table too.
Those are the good ones. But now that we know how to do the co-op with, if you play 4 players, and you can do co-op with 4 players, and your scores are combined,
right?
So. Which is kind of cool, and I think you're when you do quests and stuff like that, you both do it at the same time, which is good.
I think that's how it works.
Mm-hmm.
What's cool?
Awesome.
Yeah, so that was fun.
I would have gone, but man, we had some other console launch the other night, so I don't.
The guy who won, I was watching the guy who eventually, because I saw a photo on that Public House posted of the winners. I could have told you who would have won it after watching that guy play for 5 minutes. He's insane. There's just no way.
Did he have pinball gloves? Did he have his own gloves?
No, he did not have his own. He's got such a supple wrist though, so he's doing okay.
Supple wrist.
Yeah. So that guy was amazing. The dude, though, I will say the dude who came in third, I was right behind him on Star Wars. I played Rick. I played him on Star Wars, and he had like 189 million. I had like 160 million, so really not that far behind him. Yeah. So I think it's possible to come in third or fourth at one of those without too much more effort.
Was there any swag if you get like third place?
Yeah. Third place was something.
Yeah.
First place was the engraved plaque. Second place was the like King Kong,
the back glass translite.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I'd be happy with just a small poster. That'd be sweet.
I think third place was maybe a gift card or something. I don't know. It was there was some prize, but it was it was fun.
Did he have black? Did he have black fingernail paint?
He did not. Just looked like a normal dude, but homeboy could ball. He was crazy.
Cool. All right, it's been 2 hours, you guys. A great show. Real quick, any final thoughts? Chris, you got any videos coming out next week?
Just the same movie reviews.
I mean, what movie? Like, come on, give us something.
Well, we're gonna go see Ballerina on Sunday.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, Dathan saw that already, so that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Eric, we're glad you finally showed up.
Yeah, I'm late.
Were you the one that, real quick, did you buy the Sydney Sweeney?
Yeah, totally bought it. Drank it.
Thanks.
Melted it down. Drank it.
Oh, you did. Thanks for letting me know. I was really pissed earlier because like the sold out.
We had to spend 15 minutes of Ryan being butthurt about this damn soap.
Yeah. So
I don't know what this is, but okay. Oh, because I missed the intro. I beat Samus Returns 100% of all the items. So yay for me.
Nice, 100% of that.
Yeah, 100%.
Good job.
Now I need the amiibo reader so that I can play it in fusion mode, but I don't have one of those yet. So.
Bit Brigade is coming back to town in August.
Oh yeah.
And,
they're Yeah, go for it.
It's the Get Down up here, and they're doing Mega Man X this time around. So
cool.
I'm excited. Tickets already purchased.
Already have them.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Just stay at home and play Switch, right? That's all I got.
Yeah, that's fine. You'll be okay.
What if you bring the Switch?
I mean, you can be that guy.
Yeah.
He might
won't
not be the only guy.
There will
Probably
be
not.
Yeah.
There will be many Switch 2s and a lot of elf ears at this show.
That's true.
Those are the two things I can predict.
A lot of elf ears.
Wait, elf ears.
Okay.
Your guess is as good as
Zelda?
mine as to why, but yes, the fact that they're there is indisputable.
Is Zelda an elf?
I suppose.
Or Link?
I guess.
I don't know. I was just asking. I don't know.
Anyway.
Listen.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Meatball Saucy, you're the man. Thor KC, J Rod, Derek James on Twitch. Dude, it's been a long time, bro. You need to come in more often. Jason Little Alien, thank you. And who else am I missing? Alikrian, Saiyan Spirits was here. I think these guys went to bed, but Adam Dark Empire and Cornercade was here.
Mm-hmm.
Joe-Cade.
Joe-Cade was here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
a lot of peeps.
Yeah. So we had a good show. Thank you so much, you guys. I am on that Rainbow Road Hill, yes. Like this video. I appreciate you guys. Consider subscribing if you're just finding us. And we will see you on the next one. Peace out. All right.
Bye, class.